Hi, my name is Noah Rosnick. I am the digital marketing specialist for our creative services team here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Florida Network Realty. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about how do you get started on social media, discussing things of why social media is so important for real estate agents, as well as general tips for each platform. So let's hop into it. This video is going to be in two parts. For this first part, we're going to be discussing why social media is so important for real estate agents in 2024, as well as general tips for an overview of all platforms. For part two, we're going to be discussing the general tips that NAR has suggested for the top 5 social media platforms they recommend will be most beneficial for real estate agents in 2024. Why is social media so important for real estate agents in 2024? Looking at NAR's 2023 profile of home buyers and sellers, 41% of recent home buyers, their first step in the home buying process was to go online to look at properties for sale, whereas only 20% would first contact a real estate agent. Also, 100% of buyers used an online tool at any point in their search process. So all of these stats are pointing you towards why it's so beneficial to have a presence on a digital platform or social media platform. Now, it's important to note that social media is fast-paced. Trends move pretty quick, and it does take a little bit of research, but if you have some consistency with your posts and you're authentic, you can actually see a lot of success on any digital platform that you choose. My first recommendation for you is just choose 1 or 2 platforms that you know you're comfortable on and you can feel confident that you can post at least 2 to 3 times a week. I say this because if you were to jump into all 5 platforms that I'm suggesting in the second part of this video, it would simply be too much and you would be stretched way too thin, and you have to build up to that kind of ability to post on all those platforms at once. So, what about some general tips for social media on all platforms? Because if we think about it, all these platforms at their very base level for why they were created, they're all typically the same for typical engagement reasons. People want to be friends with each other or network with each other. So these general tips will kind of give you a good idea of how to act on pretty much any platform that you want to be on. General tip number 1, promote yourself and your business, but don't overdo it. A good phrase to remember is that people do not want to know you by your profession, they want to know you as a person. If you're pushing authenticity and your lifestyle through your posts and you're not just posting real estate at all times and only real estate, you're going to get more people actually interested in your content, and you can actually kind of mix up and keep your content fresh throughout your posting. General tip number 2. You need to realize that social media, organic growth on there, if you're not having any kind of paid social media ads, or if you don't have the budget to do social media ads, organic growth is going to be a little bit slow. It's going to take some time before you actually see some growth and more engagement with your posts. So it can be tough at first, but I promise you, if you have these 3 things, quality, authenticity, and consistency with your posts, you will see organic growth eventually. You just have to remain diligent with it, and it takes just a little bit of time. General tip number 3, don't replace money-generating activities with social media activities. What I mean by this is that social media activities are very top of funnel. It's generating leads, fostering relationships, whereas money generating activities are obviously bottom of funnel. That's your revenue, your closings, and things like that. So if you're replacing money generating activities, you're not really going to be helping drive people to the bottom of your funnel. So obviously, do what's comfortable for you at first. Implement social media into your platform or your marketing scheme, and if you can only do 1 post a week, do what's comfortable for you, and then ramp up your efficiency with it as you get more comfortable with it over time, and then you can start kind of leaning more into more platforms and building up a proper social media plan for yourself. General tip number 4, Realize that social media is a two-way conversation. Like I was saying earlier, the base model for a lot of these platforms is to engage with people, be friends with them, network with them, foster relationships. So if you're seeing people comment on your posts, or if you see consistency with people commenting on your posts, reply to them, because these are people that are taking interest in your content. So they're going to see that you're active in two ways. They're going to see that you're active with posting, and you're also going to be active with responding to people. Then you're going to be start seeing as a symbol of trust, a person that has the information that they need, and it's going to ultimately just create a nice community within your social media account. And that's it. That is it for this first part. In the next video, we are going to be covering the top 5 platforms that NAR is suggesting will be most beneficial to real estate agents in 2024. So stick around for that part. It'll be out in a few weeks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you around.